Step into the bustling streets of ancient Rome, where the scent of freshly baked bread mingles with the sounds of street vendors hawking their goods. The year? Somewhere around 100 CE, during the height of the Roman Empire. Rome isn't just a city, it's the beating heart of a civilization that stretches from Britain to Egypt. But what was life really like for an ordinary Roman? Let's follow in the sandals of Marcus, a typical Roman citizen, as he navigates the highs and lows of daily life in the Eternal City. Our day starts at the crack of dawn, or as the Romans call it, prima luce. Marcus, like most Romans, rises with the sun. He lives in an insula, a cramped apartment building that's several stories high. Wealthy Romans live in lavish villas, but Marcus, he's a plebeian, a working-class citizen. Breakfast is simple, ientaculum, a piece of bread, maybe dipped in watered-down wine or served with olives and cheese. No eggs, no bacon, and definitely no fancy cappuccinos. Marcus eats quickly because there's work to be done. Marcus is a craftsman, perhaps a potter or a leather worker. He heads to his workshop, but if he's feeling lucky, he might stop by the Forum, the bustling marketplace and political center, to hear the latest gossip or maybe catch a glimpse of a senator giving a speech. News travels fast here, but only if you're close enough to hear it. If Marcus had more money, maybe he'd be a merchant, or better yet, a patron with clients who sing his praises in exchange for a few coins. But Marcus is part of the backbone of the city, working hard, earning his sesterces and hoping that someday, maybe his son will rise a little higher. Around midday, work slows down. It's time for prandium, a light lunch, often cold leftovers from the night before. But here's where things get interesting. For Romans, life isn't all work and no play. The thermae, public baths, are calling. Marcus heads to the baths to relax, gossip, and maybe strike a business deal while soaking in the warm water. The baths aren't just for washing, they're a social hub. And for a small fee, anyone can enter, rich or poor. A soak in the caldarium, hot bath, a scrub in the tepidarium, warm room, and maybe a quick dip in the frigidarium, cold plunge, to wake himself up. If it's a special day, and in Rome there are a lot of special days, Marcus might head to the Colosseum. Gladiators clash, wild beasts roar, and the crowd goes wild. Bread and circuses, the Roman way of keeping the masses entertained. But if blood and spectacle aren't his thing, Marcus could opt for a visit to the theater, where tragedies and comedies unfold under the Roman sun. As the sun sets, it's time for cena, the main meal of the day. For wealthy Romans, this is a multi-course extravaganza with exotic foods like stuffed dormice and roasted peacock. But for Marcus, it's more modest, maybe a stew of lentils and vegetables, some bread, and a splash of wine. Nothing fancy, but it fills the belly. Dinner isn't just about food. Romans love to talk. Philosophical debates, business deals, and family gossip all unfold at the table. And if Marcus is invited to a patron's banquet, well, he better laugh at the host's jokes and stay until the very last cup of wine is drained. As night falls, Marcus returns to his insula, climbing the narrow stairs to his tiny room. Life in Rome is unpredictable. Fire, disease, or political upheaval could strike at any moment. But for now, Marcus sleeps, dreaming of a better future for himself and his family. And as the moon casts its light over the city that never truly sleeps, one thing is certain: whether rich or poor, Roman or foreigner, life in the empire is never dull, never. So, there you have it, a day in the life of a Roman citizen. From the heat of the baths to the roar of the Colosseum, the daily grind to dreams of upward mobility. Life in Rome was tough, but for those who played their cards right, the rewards could be as grand as the empire itself. If you liked this video, be sure to subscribe to support the channel. I'll see you in the next one.